Mm, And I think that even YouTube is already working. Yes, YouTube is working too. Okay, and one more thing to set up. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, just give us a couple of minutes to start everything.
Okay, I see two more Twitch streamers currently streaming the game.
Whoa, thank you guys if you're seeing us. We appreciate your support.
And all the people who just start up our demo point out that the music of the game is pretty good.
Yeah, we'll send this feedback to our sound designers and composers. They would appreciate it. Yes, I think that we've been all right in all the necessary platforms.
Do the game work right now? I mean, do other servers live?
Yes, the servers must be already live. I've had a talk with our technical guys. They assured me that everything is working pretty fine, and we will be able to support, I believe, everyone would be joining us today.
So I can post the message on our Discord channel, yes?
Yes, yes, you're pretty welcome to do it. So now I'll just be logging into the game and just start playing myself.
Let's try this.
Just need to check the Steam account.
One more streamer is live with our game.
Okay, now I must figure out how to stream the game, because honestly, the first time I've been streaming the game, I believe it won't be an issue, of course. But somehow, yeah. Okay, so yes, here's the game capture. Let's do this way. Okay, and let me see. Okay. Okay. So the game must be. I got it. Oh, okay. Alex, could you check if
People are saying that there is some sort of problem. They cannot connect from what I see right now. Many people try to launch it, but there is kind of a issue.
you mean with launching the game?
Yeah, I mean, just they press play and cannot find any matches.
Oh, let's try ourselves how it would work out. Okay, game capture.
Can you find the game, Anton?
I'm just in the searching phase. I just press search and it says that the game is being in search process.
Oh, I see some of people joined.
Okay. You see, guys, we just need some people to be in the game. So just you get enough people together into groups. So could you check if somebody has already launched the game?
I see one streamer, and there are only 4 players in one match, and not 8 or more, and nobody is connecting. At the same time, others are, trying to connect, but for some reason fail to do so.
Okay, guys, we're just figuring out how things are working.
Yeah, I see one match has already been started.
And how many players are in this match?
For some reason, I cannot see. It's not state. Oh, yeah.
It's
Only
the top.
3. Only 3 for some reason. 3 people. Others are trying to connect, but each time they get this like error message. For some reason, people are trying to, relaunch the game, and they get the mistake.
You mean the restart?
The restart full game, yeah. I mean, from oh, okay.
I'll just, guys, switch on the recording for the time when we were just figuring out the issue, so we will be working.
Do we have any messages from our technical side?
They just now checking out how many people are online and how many people would be.
I see one match with the 8 people has already been started.
Okay, then I understand. Guys, it's just due to the fact that we have a limitation that the match can start with, well, likely 8 people, and as people are still being connecting, and just people are coming right now, and not everyone can be just 100% sure on time to come on 9 p.m. Or 6 p.m. Sorry, 6 p.m. UTC. That's why we just need to wait for more people to come. That's okay.
I mean, but they are trying to connect, so
They just can't find enough people to create the group. That's the problem. So in order to launch the room, there should be around 6 people to get the room created. And if somebody would just quit at that phase, it's okay, because just it's keep going on launching. That's why we just need to wait a bit more in order to be able to have enough players for everyone to have, the player base.
I've just sent you a message. Can you just have a look at it, please?
Mm-hmm. And who sent you this message?
No, it was a player of ours. It's not someone I know personally, just a player from our server, Discord server.
Okay, but some people still manage to launch, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, just guys, give me a second. So Alex, I'll just disappear for not a really long time, just to talk to colleagues. And
Of course.
yeah, I'll just disappear in terms of.
Go ahead. I will keep them busy.
Just could you tell me if you hear my mic now?
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 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 yes. Give me a second. Yes. Say something. Say anything. I don't hear you. I don't see you on stream. I mean. Okay, guys. So for now, it's only me and you. If you hear us, if you hear me, so.
Да. Я пока не могу сказать, что в чем дело, но я вижу по сессиям уже 3 сессии работает. Да, я, кстати, не очень понимаю, в чем прикол. Ну, в смысле, вот то, что написал. Пока вообще непонятно. Вот. Алло? Мне пишет 19 из 24 на все 3 сессии. Не факт. Да. Нет, идет 5 сессий, во всех по 8 человек, но в одной 3 человека, да. Тебе просто не везет. Ну, скорее всего, да. Ага.
Anton, do you hear me? Because as people are saying, they are hearing you and Nikita for some reason. Anton, if I'm not mistaken, you are not heard by our.
Could you check right now if I am being heard now? Because I just noticed that I switched off the mic in the streaming software, and as soon as
Yes. Now you're okay.
Okay, guys. I'm just sum up what I've just was trying to say. Well, I was hopefully I wasn't looking like a fish talking. So it's that the character whom I am playing right now. His name is Alice Arquin. He is the first character on the Raider side developed and created for Beast Tower. That's why I would say it's kind of really emotionally connected to this guy. He is just well, our first path of creating a personality and a set of gameplay for us. That's why it's really important, really important. Okay, so just first of all, feel free to ask questions and drop them into any broadcast which you're watching right now. We'll be happy to answer. And now I'll just okay, somebody's attacking me already. Honestly speaking, it may be sound funny, but I'm personally not a great player in Beast Tower, honestly. To truth be said, I'm just okay. I'm sorry, guys, for making a kind of off top. Alex, I'll need to switch off all the other browsing windows which I have right now. So please keep an eye on the chat because otherwise my broadcast would be a bit laggy, I suppose. Okay.
Can you please repeat it?
I mean, I'll just now close all the Chrome windows where I have our broadcast running, so I won't be able to keep an eye on the chats.
Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because otherwise it takes too much of my, streaming powers from my machine, and the broadcast may be laggy. Okay.
I see. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Just check right now that all the broadcasts are working right now.
Give me a second, please.
Yeah.
Twitch is working fine.
Then YouTube and Steam.
YouTube, okay.
Okay. So now I'm trying to punish a raider, but who tried to kill me, but unfortunately it wasn't really successful attempt of mine because Yudoko, this gas-powered lady, she was then eaten by a werewolf. That's why it wasn't my frag to take. But actually, Beast Hour is not a game about just frags and trying to kill somebody. Me personally, I'm not really good at shooting things. Was never good in any FPS games and all shooter games, and honestly speaking, I'm not a big fan of those. That's why in Beast Tower you can choose whenever you want to play a quick and a kind of quick and nimble and parkour trained person who can just run and hide. That's where I personally have more chance to win in Beast Tower rather than trying to attack everyone without just thinking if somebody would kill me. Okay. So now I'm just trying to level up to gather as much resources as possible, and just in order to warm up this current game, I would do my best to avoid any trouble and stay away from fights. But don't be afraid, everyone would be just finding me, both raiders and of course beasts, because beasts have special tracking mechanics, which lets them not only wall hack a raider for a short period of time, but also to see as a trail which raider leaves behind him or her. Okay, a werewolf came to my rift point, so this is a special arcana resource which lets me to get experience all the time I am owning this point, and also getting healed, and beasts are trying to destroy this point and kill me, and I need to protect it or just run away, and in this case they would just destroy the rift and I could do nothing with that. Okay, so I'm leveling up. It's cool, it's necessary. Okay, so the rift expired, and here I see the drop. This is the final reward which one can take after the rift expired. So you have the okay, beast trying to finish Yudoko, and I just hit him in order to avoid him being killed. Okay, but it was okay. So as you see, you are not made to play only as an offensive person. You can totally play in different manner, or playing as a defensive person, or just play more PvE style, where you just take other players as kind of threats which you should avoid. And this is where the most point where Beast Tower rocks as a game, because you don't need to be really good in PvP and killing things, but still you will be playing with other players and compete with them, but in terms of your nimbleness, cunningness, and just mastery of parkour. Alex, do my voice here is heard well? I mean,
Yes, as far as I can hear you,
Mhm.
it's okay. Yes.
Okay.
Don't
Do we
worry.
have any questions in our chats?
I'm actually looking at many chats right now, but not in our main chat. I don't see. Let me see. How many characters would you add to Beast Tower, or is it okay? So okay, first question is about how many characters would you add to Beast Tower?
Okay. So guys, currently we do have 3 characters. So we have Zealous Queen, the guy I'm playing right now. The other raider is Yudoko Hero, the girl, second raider. And the third character is a werewolf. We have 2, skins available right now. So you can choose whenever you can play the lighter or the darker one. Just they have a different color of their fur. They don't differ gameplay-wise. It's a kind of our check how the skin system can work out, and to give some more diversity in terms of how werewolves may look like, just on the map. Yes.
By the way, I have also managed to join the match, just out of curiosity.
Okay. So Alex is actually really good in Beast Tower. I mean, he's really far better than me. So he just always wins in most games he participates. Maybe there are just a couple of other guys in our team who are better than him, but they are actually QA guys with some, world records in some games. And for example, one of our QA guys, he has a personal record of finishing Sekiro Shadows Die Twice in an hour. Of course, I understand that there are people who can do it faster, but still, for me, a person who can finish such a game in such a limited time is a kind of a god. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I actually didn't finish Sekiro. I completed all the game except for the last boss. So
you decided not to waste your life, right?
Yes. I mean, I spent a couple of nights on him and decided not to continue on this path.
Unfortunately, honestly speaking, a huge part of inspiration for Beast Tower was Souls-like games, and we also had a look of Sekiro in terms of how we just wanted to figure out how the character controller, the moves, and the buttons and their reactions should work out together. And Sekiro was also an example we looked at when we were just choosing how to do and how to solve things. But I personally didn't play much Souls games, although Alex tried to, he came and, borrowed me his personal disc of Bloodborne, and I borrowed PlayStation 4 from my bro in order to try this game. Well, but you see, guys, maybe it's a bit too hard for me to play games like that. And you see, you just die, and honestly, I like something more fast-paced. What you consider Beast Tower is quite a more fast-paced game, and maybe some have a kind of arcade feeling to that.
I would say Bloodborne is the most fast-paced of
Really?
all Souls games. So it's, yeah. That's one of the reasons why I thought it would be a good fit for you and you would like it.
Okay, I managed to finish a werewolf, Alex.
I don't. Well, let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, I just finished a werewolf. Oh my god. Oh my god, it almost never
And you're
happens.
playing as a raider, yes?
Yes. Actually, it's I will almost never been so lucky in our, when we're playing in a team. Whoa. Well, but guys, honestly speaking, that kind of a maturity of mine won't last long because as soon as the servers would be working at least at some regular basis, you'll be far better than I am do because players are always playing better games than the developers because you have more time to do it, you play more frequently, you have more people to discuss it with, you watch the streams. That's why we always are crazy about working with our community and listening to your feedback. So if you are playing right now or you're just watching us, just don't be afraid. And honestly, we will appreciate your feedback. Anything you like or don't like, somehow write it in chat or drop us an email or contact us in any social media which is comfortable for you. Honestly, we have tons of them which are available at our website, and just so yeah, and one of the interesting things about Zealous is that as you level up his offensive skill tree, you'll be able to get a special empowered shot, which is called Zap, and it will allow you to bash back your enemies, and it really matters, although it's maybe not for a long time and not for a great distance, but it helps you to win some precious seconds, which makes a difference in Beast Tower, because here 1 second means a lot in this game, honestly.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and also you can notice that when I am running away from this beast, there is a kind of a red light which appears in front of the monster. So it's a kind of a thing which we borrowed from one of our greatest inspirations of Beast Tower, the DBD game, Dead by Daylight, actually. They have this kind of a mechanics of, the sight of the killer, this red light which appears in front of the maniac, which shows you if he or her is behind you. Just you somehow feel this heavy sight on your own back. We like it so much that also in Beast Tower, beasts, they have this kind of approach that you feel this sight on your back when they are after you. And it also helps you somehow to understand on what direction the monster is watching right now. And this will makes a difference if you wanted to hide and just move slowly and not to be just get into the cone of vision. Okay, so now the Beast Tower phase of the game just started. That means that now I have only one chance to respawn if I die. And the second time I die, I'll be out of the game, meaning just I will lose it. So now as a raider, I have two options. I can either try to survive and become the last standing, which is really not an easy task, especially if you just playing for the first time. And the second thing, you can see this lightning striking from the sky to the ground. They show you the point where special keys are located, and you need to collect six keys in order to escape the game and win the match by becoming the escapist. So now I'll try to capture this one, but you see already a beast is there and another raider. I just saw another Zealous who is there. So beasts know these positions and they also are guarding them. Okay, somebody just already hit me. And I'll just try to capture the... Because, keys, they don't stay forever. They stay for a limited time in order to... and after this time has expired, you have to they change their positions, right? And you need to look for them in new places. So you should be always in a hurry and understand that first of all, other raiders can capture the key, and also if you are not quick enough, they will just disappear. Okay, and now I'll just try to bash back this Yudoko, as you've seen, and now I have a little time to capture the key. Well, guys, you may think that the keys can be captured very easily because it's very little time necessary to actually pick it up. But believe me, in terms of beast hour, each second just matters much. Okay, I'm lucky to get the second key, and the zone is getting closer. And we didn't want to copy the typical battle royale mechanics of the shrinking zone. So it's not only shrinks, but it also moves and forces you to run around and to, move quick around the map, because you just can't hide at this stage, because otherwise you will be just killed by this shrinking space. Okay, I have 3 keys and I need 3 more in order to escape. And there is, you know, okay, so we have here 1 beast and 5 raiders. So actually I'm against 1 beast and 4 other humans. Okay, let's try to, to finish this beast from his... Okay, I was running out of ammo and I couldn't land the final shot. You see, we have a quite limited amount of bullets or energy, call it whenever you like, because we didn't want raiders to be people with machine guns who just throwing shots anywhere. Each time in Beast Tower you're making a shot by a raider, you should be really, really careful about what amount of ammo you have left, because just each time you miss, you mean that you have less chance to fight back your opponent. And now this key is behind the zone, and I can go there for the sake of risking my HP in order to collect it. It's also available tactics. Okay, so I have only 1 key left. Okay, so maybe, Alex, what do you say? Maybe I should try to win as the one last standing this time.
I mean, you managed to kill a beast, so I think everything
Yeah,
is
but
possible
1 more
for
beast
you.
is alive still, and he is a kind of a really tough guy who don't want to die. And I'm not sure that I'm too can go too cool trying to finish this monster. Okay, but
I
at
mean,
least,
it's your call. It's up to you. I
yeah.
cannot give you advice because if you lose, you will be able to say, "Oh, Alex, it's all because of you."
Oh, yeah, okay. You got your point, I understand. Okay, so, okay, let me just try to, okay, Beast noticed me. So, as I've said at the beginning of this match, so yeah, that there is a problem for raiders when they get, hauled or sensed, it's better to say, by monsters, that monsters just actually can see them through the walls for a limited period of time, and they also see this, trail which appears behind. Okay. So,
I have a very tough situation right now in my game as well, but I'm playing as a beast and I'm
getting
not.
killed?
Yeah, I mean, was knocked down during the... Oh, yes, and probably, yes, I have died permanently.
Oh my god.
I tried to do, many
I
things at
tried
once.
so hard.
I mean, I tried to do many things at once. I was trying to, keep on the chat, answering questions,
Yeah,
helping
I understand.
guys.
It's totally it's really hard, and I think that I'm likely to escape because I have run of HP and I'm just being chased by the beast, and I'll be just killed in a second if he just managed to land 1 more paw hit on me. So now we just can see what's going on in the game, and the beast has just finished the raider. And as the zone disappeared, it means that he is the last alpha and he is the winner of this match. I'm not sure that maybe some raiders managed to escape too. Unfortunately, currently we don't have this, tab menu where you can see the game starts and understand what's going on with other players. Guys, of course we understand. Let me just start the search for the new game. That you want as much part of the game to be ready
Actually,
as possible.
Anton, sorry. If I'm not mistaken, there is a lag while you're playing the game. Once you are in the main game, in the main menu, it's okay. But before that, while you're playing at the very end of the game, there were lags, and the stream was laggy.
Yeah, but honestly, I have had no problem with the game itself. Everything was really smooth and nice.
I see. I mean, it's that's just I'm talking about the stream quality for our viewers.
Okay.
I have also started to search for another game. So guys, if you're hearing us, come join us. And let's play together.
Yeah, guys, you see, the point is that if you do see the sign that you have an arrow and press play again, you just keep on pressing, because it's just due to the fact that we don't have many people playing right now. You may have some difficulty finding the amount of players necessary in order to join the match. Don't worry, it's okay for us. We were ready for that, because, we don't have a kind of, very solid marketing campaign right now. So we couldn't expect that too many people would come to play, but we do have already enough people to play right now. You just need to wait in a queue for some time. Because I've talked to our technical team, and they said that we have around 5 matches running simultaneously. That means that we are around 30-40 people playing at the same time, and you are likely to find the game, but it may take some time of yours. Alex, meanwhile, while we are waiting for me to join the game, now I'll just launch the recorded version in order it would be just some action going on the background. Just could you check if we have some questions, or maybe some questions in other social media of ours which we can discuss right now?
Let me see. There was a question about the, is there any endurance limitations, or you can run around the map for eternity?
Okay. So I got the other question. It means, you see, we have a set up speed of raiders which they run around the map, and it doesn't change. It doesn't require any stamina or endurance or any kind of this kind of start which you may be thinking about in other games like Dark Souls, or maybe some games where you have some haste mechanics. So it doesn't mean that traders always move with the same speed. There are special abilities which allow you to speed up for a short period of time, and special objects, we call them vault objects, which you can jump over and so get a short speed boost, which will let you to run faster just for a couple of seconds. But still, as the game is fast-paced, it really matters. And secondly, if we talk about beasts, currently this is the only beast you can try right now, a werewolf. This werewolf has his own separate mechanics of speed up. That means that if you run as a werewolf for some time on your back legs, just in several seconds, he will go on full force and will be running far faster than if you just started your movement. So this is how these mechanics worked. We did try to introduce into the game some stamina or any other resource which would be working this way, but our research and our playtest showed that it's not a good idea, because people want always to run fast, and they would be just pressing and pressing this speed up button, whether you had endurance or you didn't have it. So it's just the way Beast Tower works as a game, that you don't need to move slowly. You need maybe sometimes to stop in order to hide behind a wall or behind some column and let the monster run nearby without it noticing you. Yes, but there is no reason for you to use some crouching mechanics or some slowing down mechanics. You always want to run as fast as possible. That's it.
So I see that some people saying that from the United States they have problems connecting, but I'm not sure if it's only about people from the United States. I would say that I saw one streamer for sure who managed to connect.
Yeah,
but
actually, guys, you see, as currently our server powers are quite limited, and actually, and I apologize for that in advance, it's our first time we make such a kind of a stress test of our server structure to see how it would work with people with more than 8 players playing together at the same time, which is usually our play testing, which we do every week as our team. That's why there would be some issues with connections, and I apologize for that in advance. We just would be gathering all the stats which happened with you during the playtest and understand how make everything better and have everything run more smoothly. But you see, according to what I've been told by our technical team, the issue is just with the number of people. The more people we have in the game, the easier it would be for you to find your match and have fun playing it. Another thing is that, as I've said, we have currently a limited server infrastructure. We use servers only located in Europe because, according to our research, it's a kind of most efficient currently for our current community, geography position to have, well, at least some acceptable ping for anyone who would like to play Beast Tower. That's why, just guys, sorry for that, and please be patient with that. And as long as you are waiting for the game to be found, just feel free to ask our questions. We'll be more than happy to answer them. Okay. So, do we have any other question, Alex, or maybe some interesting situations which took part during our colleagues who are playing Beast Tower right now?
Not that I see. I mean, there are a lot of people asking about how to connect to a match, trying to help them. But that's the main big question people have right now.
Guys, as I've said, I apologize for this inconvenience. It's just the way things work now, because we of course understand that we couldn't guarantee that there would be thousands of people coming just on Steam Next Fest and trying the game right now. That's why the more people you bring to play now, the easier it would be to find the game right now. Yeah, that's why you see some games were packed and stopped running, and other people who didn't get into this games that just need to wait for other players to finish and just join them, or we just need more players to come right now to play with us.
So there are people asking, why would we have a choice to escape or to fight? Because some people are saying that it's easier to escape. Why would you need a second option to become the last man standing when you play as a raider? I mean.
Yeah, that's very good question. Actually, it's a core question why Beast Tower is a Beast Tower. So guys, just give me 1 second. I'll write back to colleagues, because everything would be working. Okay, so I have a note from our colleagues that I'm not really heard on stream, but it was about maybe already, oh my god, already 30 minutes ago, and I hope that now my voice is heard clearly. Okay. So I'm now right into the game, and this time I'll play, I believe, a werewolf. Okay, I'll choose to play werewolf. Okay. I need to notice that I really like the Steam Labs OBS software. Guys, by no means it's a commercial. I just want to thank the developers of this marvelous software. For me, who a person who is not really skilled in streaming at all, it just works pretty fine, and I can easily just check and switch between things on the go in this code. Okay, so now I'm playing as a beast. So okay, let's return back to the question which Alex put forward. Why we have the options of escaping and fighting? Well, actually, we didn't never wanted Beast Tower to be a kind of aim-to-win PvP game with just shooting, and killing things, because there are, first of all, we wanted to make the game about parkour chases. That's why somebody need to be somehow forced to run, and others should be forced to chase, right? That's why we didn't want to put all our bets on the battling mechanics. So that's why we wanted to make a choice for people both who want to play as escapist and those who wanted to play as, really tough guys who are good in PvP and want to test their skills and their aim and other just typical PvP features which people develop when they play games like Counter-Strike or maybe some other games which require good button pressing in terms of choosing where to hit and how to evade the hit of your opponent. And talking about beasts are completely PvP guys because they are after, chasing raiders, and they just need to kill things because they're monsters and beasts. I believe it would be just a kind of explanation I could give right now. So if you have any other question regarding this part of the development, just go forward and ask more. Alex, do you think I managed to make it clear?
Yes, I believe you did. You have managed. So actually, I also got lucky and got connected to a game. Now I'm playing as Zelos, and yeah, there are 8 people in the match, so looking good. As far as I can see, all the people who are now playing the game online, I mean the streamers, have managed to find the game and
Yes,
are playing.
Yeah,
So
because
it's good.
guys, we announced the time of demo test for 6 p.m. UTC, and I am more than sure that not everyone can come exactly to that time because people have their own life, they have their families, they have some other business to do, and that's why I really appreciate all those who came to play today, because okay, just it's a kind of maybe already old data which technical team sent me, but just around maybe 30 minutes ago, we already had 7 matches running simultaneously, and this is cool.
Do you know if our team, like someone from our team, is playing the game right now as well?
Yes, that's true, because some people already dropped messages that they had, who said somebody had problem with connection, others dropped me that they have managed to connect, but as soon as I do see our channels, the team's channels in messengers, people are already fine and are playing the game right now.
That's super great. Yeah, it's my second match is running
Yeah.
smoothly. No,
Yeah.
like nobody got dropped. Disconnected. So it's also
Yeah,
pretty
because
good.
you guys, honestly speaking, when we started developing a PvP game, it turned out that there are, I believe, well, right now I would say 3 parts of developing a title like that. First of all, it's gameplay itself, the rules, the characters, and everything which happening just in the match between players. And the second thing is, this networking. It's a completely important and second part of the development where you need to be 100% sure that everything works nice, that everything works smooth, and you don't have any problem with, just connecting to the game. Okay, guys, I just need to make some small technical thing. Please give me a second to do, and I'll be just continue my chase again. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll just maybe.
Do you need my help, Anton?
I would appreciate if you just keep your eye on the chats because I'm just running and just need to figure things. So I'll just, you see, guys, honestly speaking, I'm not playing on a really strong machine. That's why I need my graphic card is pretty old one. Well, but you see, we still managed to create the whole set of settings, and still I have almost 60 FPS. Also, I am broadcasting at the same time, and it's a kind of, my machine is not by all means a streamer machine. That's why the optimization level, which we already achieved right now, is currently the point of pride for us. Okay, some zealous tried to fight me, but I just, okay. I missed, but I do see you. Okay. Okay, guys, please start streaming Beast Tower as soon as possible because you know that I'm not really good in this game. Although I'm a creative director in each other, almost all the mechanics and all the solutions which we're working with. Okay. Okay. I was bashed away by Zealous.
Oh, probably it's me who you're playing against right now.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we have some kind of some kind.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea to fight Alex. Honestly.
What's
if you see him, just run away.
Yeah.
Because for example, I am really, respectful for Alex because he plays Overwatch with a gamepad. I can't understand how people actually can play shooter games with a gamepad. For me, it's a kind of still a mystery because I only can play beat 'em ups and can play some things with fixed camera or some games which are for close combat only with a gamepad, because when you need to aim with the sticks, I always fail to do it. I tried to finish the Warhammer Space Marine, that old game with a gamepad. I borrowed a gamepad from my friend in order to connect it to my PC because I was playing PC, and I finished the game on a gamepad. But after I tried to play this game with mouse and keyboard, it turned out that it's so easier for me. Okay, I managed to kill a beast. Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah, beasts can kill beasts actually, because Beast Tower is almost free for all game, and beasts are rivals for their Okay, I'll just try to switch to a higher quality of graphics, and I'll just see how it be working out for me. Okay, not really good, honestly. Okay, guys, I apologize for these fixes which I need to do on the go because as I've said, I'm not. It's first time I'm streaming a game, honestly. I'm not really just knowing all these things which I should be really. Okay, my graphic card just says that it needs some kind of less.
That it's dying.
It's less pressure, so I'll just lower the resolution. Sorry for that, because both streaming and both, is hard. But I believe that you won't see much difference because all the broadcasts in all the platforms, they always fail to have the full frame, especially in YouTube. Okay, I managed somehow to lower. Yes, I managed to figure out everything. That's fine. Alex,
That's good.
Do we have any questions?
Yeah, we have one regarding the soundtrack of the game, because as I stated in the beginning of our stream, many people say that they really like the soundtrack of Beast Tower, and they would probably want to download it and play on their way to work or to school or somewhere else.
Well, guys, it's cool. It's cool. It's really cool because we had this discussion with Alex once that we should definitely add the soundtrack to the. So I don't know how we would do it, whether it would be just a kind of a purchase option or it would be a kind of a giveaway. Guys, honestly speaking, we haven't still figured out the full monetization policy for Beast Tower. That's why some things can be subject to change, and I don't want to promise anything right now in order not to, make these promises break after we launch the game fully. Yes, that's why. But you see, yeah, we did with our sound director, a really, really big work together of figuring out how this main theme should sound. And I'm probably we have two music themes right now in the game. The one which play when you are waiting in a lobby, waiting for the game, and the second when you are at the character selection screen. This is two. Of course, they are similar and understandable that they are from the same game and have same somehow feeling to them. But actually, it's completely different compositions. Yeah. So for the composition, which is the long one and which you can hear in the lobby, we had, I believe, around 18 right iterations. So we've been changing it 18 times before we got to the one we really like. Yeah, it was a kind of a long way. We have a very cool sound director, and this guy just making some marvelous things, and we just really, really happy that we have such cool specialists on our side. And still, we just, even when you have a strong team, you need to iterate a lot in order to make something really cool. Because every iteration he would do, it was just a masterpiece. But we were still not, satisfied with some feeling, with some vibes which this music theme was creating until we got to the one which you can hear right now.
So and it was a long way to this point where we are pretty satisfied with the results. Because the original soundtrack was recorded a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yes, and only now, we tweaked it, changed a few things, as far as I can understand, a few times, and now, yeah, it's pretty good. It was good, but now it's perfect.
Okay, yeah. Well, you see, the only thing which I would really happy if we would manage to achieve it, that would mean that, you see, there are such cool music themes which everybody, especially who is involved in games as a gamer or development, doesn't mean. Like, James Bond theme, which is this guitar play, or maybe with Terminator 2 theme, which starts with the first, sounds you already understand. This is the Terminator. So we would just be happy if we managed to also have this feeling from a Beast Tower that as soon as you hear this first, sounds, you'll be just, okay, it's Beast Tower. That would be really, really cool for us.
Let me see if we have any other questions. So far, it's nothing new. Guys,
okay.
If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. There is probably some lags on your stream. In terms of visuals, the picture is not very consistent, especially in the end of the game.
Okay.
when the zone appears.
Yeah, because I have some pressure on my CPU, and that's why it may be not really. Okay, guys, sorry for that. I believe we'll do our best to figure it out a bit later. It's our first time I'm streaming the game. At least on my PC, everything is running smoothly.
So yeah, believe us, it's running smoothly on our PC.
Yes.
But no, guys, please go ahead and join the game, and you will you will see it for yourself. Yeah, I have a very tough situation right now as well. I'm playing as Zealous, just like I said, and there are 7 people in the match, but it's pretty. Oh, it's already 5 people
Left?
yes, I mean including me, and there are like 2 beasts, very vicious, very bloodthirsty, and I mean one of them is you probably.
Well,
But
actually, I'm not. I'm just level 6 right now, and there is a beast level 10, and he is super cool. I don't know who is playing this monster, but he
Yeah.
does very cool things. Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty difficult to change the windows of my computer to look for the
Yeah.
questions and at the same time not suck
Oh my
at the
god,
game.
I got into Yudoku's blind and I just got behind the zone at the same time. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. You're playing as a beast, right?
Yes, I'm playing as a
Oh, yeah.
beast, and some Yudoku, she's just really trolling me.
By the way, it's been an hour since we started.
Sure,
It's,
already, whoa.
2 hours to go.
Yes, guys, it's a very good, comment on Alex's side, because unfortunately we can't let you play for a very long time. As I've said, we just checking the server pressure which we can withstand right now, and we have currently some limitations. That's why when it would be 9 p.m. UTC, guys, I'm saying in UTC because I don't know at what locations you are right now. That's why I just giving some universal time which could help you to figure out. But generally speaking, it will be 2 hours more. After that, we will have to finish the stream and turn off the servers. So sorry for that, but it's just how things work right now.
Whoa, 2 beasts.
Okay, that's you. I got it.
Yes, it's me. And it's pretty brutal,
Yes, it's pretty brutal because I am myself being a beast already out of HP.
But I mean, I don't have HP left as well, and I
Well,
don't
you have a
a
healing
way.
shield. Don't complain.
But it's I should like wait for it to be active again. I mean, I can save you if you want.
No.
And we can together be.
No. There is no friends in Beast Tower.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. I have noticed that this shield restores your health, but not a lot, and it's not very not for a long time. Oh, was it you who got eaten?
No, that's me who finished this guy. First time I won over Alex. Yeah. Sorry for that. Usually you kill me all the time. Could you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. So now I'll be just in the queue once again. Guys, I apologize if there are some lags on the stream side, because I would say that maybe I can relaunch it. Maybe I just can relaunch the stream, Alex. It would be better, because I can't change the settings on the go.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll just see what kind of settings I have available right now. Okay. Okay. Just give me a second to see how it works. Well, currently I have the output. Okay. It's pretty low one, but you see, guys, my graphic card is not a really powerful one. That's why I can only stream in full HD. Well, I might try to make it lower. Maybe become better. But I just don't want to switch off the stream, honestly, because it would be just making a problem for people that would have to restart to see something else. So guys, if you have an idea, just tell if it's okay for us to go this way or I should restart, and I'll be waiting for your answer, because I just don't want to make you have all these issues that you need to go to a new video or try a new thing and blah blah blah. Okay, so now So, okay, so let's see if we do have some questions, or maybe all the streamers who are already broadcasting Beast Hour, there are some questions in the chats which can be answered by us right now, which are interesting to people.
So probably, okay, give me a second. So maybe we would add some, traps on the map for the people for one group of people to set up and for others to avoid. Do we have any plans for such type of gameplay?
Okay, we currently don't have any traps, but we have such called, escape mechanics. They are not presented in the version which you are trying right now. They would be added later, and you already can see them on our post in social media or the pre-recorded gameplay which is running right now. So I just switch on the pre-recorded gameplay while I'm just waiting, so it would be just interesting for you to see what's going on. There are some things like ropes, zip lines, special other interesting things which help raiders to escape beasts. So it's a kind of a safe point which you should get to when you are running away from a monster. So if you get to this safe point, you either just save totally, or you can win some time to increase the distance between you and the beast. If we talk about just traps, if you just pull something and something holds somebody or hits somebody, well, we discussed the things, and well, currently we don't know how to do this all stuff really work out. But maybe we'll return to that a bit later, and we'll then add things like that, because Beast Tower is a kind not really easy project to develop, in terms of what we try to make unique things which are not really typical or are not just done in every given game. That's why we have to play test all the new ideas a lot to make sure that they work properly and you like them as soon as you get them into the game. So it's not an easy thing. Well, but you see, we have tons of ideas what can be done with the game, and we will just do our best to try and put into the game which would be working best of all.
So, maybe it's a kind of a question, not a serious question, but would we add Van Helsing into the game?
You see, actually, we've had lots of talk on the topic like that. I mean, as I've said countless of times in many interviews and many our streams, we have pointed out that one of our inspiration is Dead by Daylight. And in Dead by Daylight, they have their own universe, which I believe to be really cool one and interesting, although maybe I'm not the person who is really into things like that. But it's done in a really professional way, and it's cool. So that's why, but in still a part of their own characters, monsters, survivors, killers, they also have guest characters. I mean, one of the craziest things which I personally liked was their DLC of the Stranger Things with Demogorgon and to a guy and a girl from the show. And also the second thing which I really admired was the Resident Evil DLC with the Nemesis as a killer and famous survivors like Leon. It was also done in a great way. So for Beast Tower, we also want to have the opportunity to add to the game guest characters, like the mentioned Van Helsing, or maybe Prince of Persia, or even Blade from Marvel. Of course, honestly speaking, it's you who can help us with that. If you support the game, if you play the game a lot, and we get good online, and honestly speaking, good sales, that would raise the interest of some huge studios, some huge franchises to our project, and it would be easier for us to somehow get these cool guys and just let them suit the Bestow universe. That would be, I believe, a really cool thing to add. And Van Helsing, personally, I really admire the movie with Hugh Jackman, where he performs this character. It's one of my most favorite movies of, this dark world, some mystic franchises. That's why Van Helsing, of course, it would be cool. There is another option which can be done in this way. For example, this is the way guys who make Smite use it. Alex, have I told you that last year they got in Smite as guest characters Avatar, Aang from the Legend of Avatar show, and also they got as guest characters the Ninja Turtles.
No, I didn't hear that at all.
And they did it in a kind of really, I believe, interesting way, which is not really typical for. Okay, so I'm in the game, and this time I think I'll try playing Yudako. Okay, so they made these characters as skins for already existing heroes. So, for example, they have a Merlin from the Legend of King Arthur, and as he's dealing with different elements like fire, I believe ice, and maybe earth. Guys, I don't play Smite, that's why I maybe make some mistakes of describing this character, and they just let him, this Merlin character, to use the skin which turns him into Aang. And the same thing was done for the Ninja Turtles. They just chose some heroes of Smite which have abilities and mechanics and gameplay similar to behavior of these famous mutants. So it would work nice. So maybe in our case we can combine both variants. I mean, using Van Helsing skin for some character, some raider who was already done in the game, but I personally, I would love to have a separate character. Of course, we would need to make some changes in Van Helsing look, just to fit him into our universe, which is a kind of World War One time, the beginning of the 20th century. Some steampunk look, and also, as you notice, the traders, they don't have weapons. They do use kind of devices, but they are attached to their body, on their back and on their arms. And as you remember, this is one of the most iconic scenes from Van Helsing, is when he is using this kind of machine gun crossbow to shoot vampires flying around him. Well, in our case, of course, I believe we can't give him a crossbow just in hands because it's not the way the mechanics of Raiders works out. But I would say that would maybe some kind of a crossbows attached to his, forearms, and so it could be just shooting them with pointing the fist forward, something like that. But yeah, Van Helsing would be just 100% cool for Beast Tower, and I believe that you will all like if we just have this cruel and still noble guy to be introduced in our universe, at least as a guest character.
I see. I'm trying to look for more questions. I mean, the general feedback I get right now is that Yudoku, our character, is underpowered.
Okay, guys.
Many people say that she is not as strong as Zealous.
Okay, guys, I would disagree with this statement because Yudoku is far harder character to play rather than Zealous, because Zealous is pretty straightforward. You shoot, you teleport, you use your shield, and it's common situation with games like ours to have characters with different complexity of play. So Zealous is just about hitting things, and when playing Yudoku, you need to poison things. So you run around, you kite your opponents, you throw gas all around you, you're trying to get on the close distance, and that's where she shines, at close distances, and the time when your opponent just doesn't notice how he or she dies out just because of that damage when she applies all the time on her rivals. Also, she has the third ability, her E ability, which if you level up to the second level, you'll get the opportunity to leave behind you the poisonous trail while you are nearly invincible, just turning into the gas state. So it's just not a kind of underpowered issue, I believe, but the thing that's just a more complex character. In games like League of Legends, every character has a kind of a complexity level. So when you're just choosing the champion, you can see how hard it's to play this or that character. Maybe in Beast Tower would make some kind of a marks at the character choice screen, so you just understand which character would be better to start to get into the game, to get the idea how all the mechanics works and all the balance is done. And some guys are more complex, so you just would need more skill and knowledge of the game in order to be able to perform well with this or that character. So currently I'm playing Yudoku, and well, you may see I'm not by no means a really cool player at all, but still what for me personally works better with her. For example, Zealous is far better for fighting for me, and she is far more comfortable with escaping. But on the other hand, I can say that our QA guys who are playing on, I believe, currently top level of Beast Tower play, they usually choose Yudoku because she is far more efficient in terms of a skilled player, because she allows more tactics, she allows more, some not really some strategies which are not really clear for your opponents, so she's really good at confusing her opponents. And this is the thing which you need to be able to deal with as a player.
Okay, let me see if we have any other questions. I actually had one. Oh, some people also trying to figure out the difference between two beasts, two werewolves in the game.
Okay. Yeah, that thing that maybe be a bit confusing. Sorry for that. As I've said at the beginning of the stream, werewolves are the same because it's actually the same character but with two options of customization. Okay, I got killed when I just started thinking about this question. So we just were testing out how skins may be implemented in Beast Tower, and as we just, for the sake of test, made a skin of a white werewolf, you know, the light with the light fur. We liked it so much how it turned out to look and work in the game that we decided that it would be just a crime not to let you try this thing too. That's why, yes, werewolves are just different in terms of their visual. They have the very same gameplay. And as I've said at our previous QA session, we do plan to introduce new beasts, and you already can see the teaser of a new monster in our social media. So let me just leave it a kind of a mystery, and for those who are really interested, you just browse through our posts for the, I believe, past couple of months, and you'll find a sketch of a new monster on whom we are working right now.
Yeah, try and find it, because I mean it was pretty a long time ago when we posted it. It's been almost 6 months.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it was in the beginning of the year.
I thought we
So-
did it just a few days ago, but guys, honestly speaking,
No.
we've had such you know, really intense period of work when we were preparing for this version for the Steam Fest, and we're also preparing all our posting and notifications, and we also did our best to contact the streamers who are our friends and already enjoy playing Beast Tower. That's why, you know, sometimes the time really flows differently for me now.
Yes, that's true. Let me see. I'm trying to, you know, to find a match, and
Okay, you're not in the game, and I am.
No.
I am in the game right now.
It's been pretty difficult. I mean, it's on my third attempt to find it, but for now I
Yeah,
cannot.
but it's my.
Yeah, I would say that it's probably the reason why there are not that many people on YouTube right now and Twitch, because you see the gameplay is pretty laggy right now. It's, the only thing people can actually hear is our voices. That's works
It's
fine.
really laggy, right?
From time to time, yes. You know, right now it's totally okay, but in a second it will be.
Okay. I do have some small lags right now, but I believe because, you know, I do have to play the game and stream at the same time. Guys, I know that it's not any excuse on our side, but I just want to be honest with ya that you see, I don't have a really strong PC, and sometimes we just, well, it just plays in both ways. On the one hand, it's bad because, you know, you can make things look better when you just stream or something like that. On the other hand, you see, I have currently the setup of a machine which is similar to an average player on Steam who would be playing Beast Tower. That's why we kind of use my PC as a reference machine to make sure that, you know, things work as they should work. Okay, let's see.
You know, some people are even suggesting that we have to, you know, create a bot that would press play each time they didn't find anything.
Okay, guys. Again, I apologize for this inconvenience because it's our first time we just making a kind of a public testing of Beast Tower, and we totally understand that they're not really just tons of people playing together at the same time, because, you know, Steam Fest is a great events, and lots of developers showing their games, and lots of them want to get a piece of your attention. That's why we are so grateful that you came today to choose exactly Beast Hour to spend your time with. But still, you see, if we could have more players online, it would be much better, easier for you to find a game. But still, we do manage to find them, and we're already running around 7 matches at the same time, and I believe it's quite cool for a title with no commercials on YouTube to get enough people to just start playing on the go.
You know,
And-
I would say that, yeah, it's a good idea to keep on searching for a game, even if it wasn't found within like a minute or two. So it's maybe it's an idea for the future we can implement.
Yeah. Something like that. Maybe we'll make some kind of a setting that would let you decide whether you want to, press the button each time, or you just want to get a notification that, okay, I restart the search or something like that. Okay, currently I'm already in Beast Tower stage and I'm playing Judoku. So what I've done, I level up to max my E ability, because then I'll be not only getting a cool, protection, and also this ability to leave behind me the trail of poisonous scent. But also it means that as soon as I hit somebody with my poisonous trail, I get, after I just return to a normal state, I will get some healing back. And this is a really cool thing. So, because when Yudoku, actually, it's what makes her shine, that enemies have to abandon attempts to chase her, because the longer they chase, the less HP they would have. Well, but it takes time to get used to this type of gameplay, and that's what we really want in Beast Hour. So every character feels different and should be played in a bit different way in order to succeed. That's really what matters for us. I understand that there would be some, balance fixes and maybe some changes. Well, because you see, currently we don't have a huge data of people playing and how often this or that character wins or loses. But still, okay, and now I finished the beast as Yudoku. Who would say that she's weak now?
We actually have a question about, let me see, about the howl ability. So how does it actually work? Do it choose a target randomly, or the closest raider to you, or like how does it work?
Okay, I got that question. So, guys, honestly, in simple words, yes, it chooses the raider who is closer to the monster. So you just get to the nearest target and don't have to run across the whole map in order to chase your prey. That's the thing. In simple words. On the other hand, there are a couple of, hidden mechanics which we do use in order to, make the game feel better and less frustrate our players. So if a raider dies or just managed to survive the time of he or she was under the whole curse, they get a kind of special immunity. So for a minute, they can't be a target of the whole. That means that even if this raider who is immune is closer to the beast than some other raider with no immunity. The raider who has no immune will be chosen as a target of the whole. So it may sound a bit complex, I understand, but generally speaking, it's pretty simple. That means that if you were just kind of a victim or just died recently, you shouldn't be affected by HAL. That's the thing. But just to keep things simple, yes. The closer target becomes the visible prey for the beast. It's simple. We tried this hollow mechanics lots of time, figuring out would work better. But still, it turned out, and actually it's just how it works in Beast Tower all the time, that, okay, I was killed, that the simple things work best of all. Just that's how things work. And generally speaking, according to my experience in game development or working on different projects, the simpler is the solution, the better it usually is, because it's really understandable for players and it's understandable for devs how to at least make it and how it should work. That's why we, in our case, have a kind of a studio motto, which can be just formulate as design simple and cool. That's the thing which we do try to use in our work. I can't say that's an easy thing to achieve, but as soon as we manage to do it in different aspects of the game, it just really, really makes a difference. Okay, I'm sorry, I dropped my glass of water.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah. No, it didn't break. It just.
Oh, okay, I see.
I just maybe would have to ask for a couple of minutes when the game would be, which I'm currently streaming, would be finished. But I think it's already finished. The Beast has won this game, I believe. I will just take a short break and just go to kitchen to have a cup of tea of mine, so my sore throat won't make my voice sound strange to you. Sorry for that. Okay, so, but everything is fine. Nothing was damaged. I just need to clear my table for a second.
Okay, so while Anton is out, please go ahead and ask me any questions. Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, actually, I have connected to a match. Surprisingly, I mean, I didn't expect that to happen that soon. Yeah, which is good. So guys, if you have any problems connecting to a game, just keep on trying and you will manage to connect, because it's an issue we have with the amount of players. The more players we got, the easier it is to find a match. So, and as far as I know, our servers work the way that they just look for enough players if searching for a game at the same time. If the system finds this amount of players, it will create a match. As simple as that. So please keep on trying and you will succeed. You know, just like anything in life. Yeah, so now if I'm, now we are watching Anton's screen, but right now in my game, there is a chase and trying to fight my way to kill a raider, which is playing pretty okay. I would say maybe it's one of our regulars, but we'll see. Yeah, I have managed to knock him down, and yes, a victory. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I forgot to look for questions at the Twitch and Steam. Yeah. Mhm. I see. Someone says hello to Anton. Anton would say hello in return, but unfortunately um, he's out in kitchen.
I'm back.
Oh yeah, Anton, there is someone in the chat saying hello to you
In what chat?
in YouTube.
Okay. Hi. Nice to meet you too.
No, it was someone you probably knew or know.
What is nickname?
Let me see, Alexei Alexandrov. Have a look. Maybe you know the icon.
Okay. I just don't want to go to the
Oh, I see.
because you know, guys, as I've said, I just don't want to lower the quality of the stream, which just maybe have some issues already. Because if I go to the YouTube, I would have to stream get some to spend the channel of the internet in order to go there, and it would be an idea.
If so, I would suggest maybe you play a video on the background.
I already put the video on the background.
Oh, okay. I haven't
Yeah.
managed to see.
Yeah, we have a video on the background right now because I'm in the game search phase, and in order not to make you seeing just the same picture, I just
No, I mean, even once the game is found, because the stream is pretty laggy, and even on Steam, it may scare off some people. Like,
Oh, okay.
probably not a good idea right now.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so we can just play and
Okay.
yeah, play the video on the background. Let me see. Our streamers from the United States have some issues. I mean, I have two of them on my like in the tabs of my browser, and it's been almost half an hour and they can't find a match.
But did they manage to play at least one?
At least one, yes, but
because
they
I was maybe I was lucky because I've played already 3 games in a row. Well, of course I had to wait for some time. It wasn't just starting with a click, but still I've played 3 games. I played once as Zealous, and one as Yudoko, and one as a Beast. Well, first Zealous, then Beast, and Yudoko. That's how it's done.
Yeah, but they got unlucky, or maybe it's some issue.
The thing is that guys, please just take your time, and you should press the search button, and to make sure that you're always in a searching phase of the game. Because if you see the error, play again. That means you should just restart the search process. That's the idea.
Maybe there's an issue that's because they are far away from the server, they got picked up less frequently.
I'm not sure that may be an issue, honestly, but I'm not a server guy to be 100% precise about these problems. That's why
It's just an idea. Yeah, we will have to ask our team, our tech team. Yeah, so again, our Russian-speaking streamers are fine. They are playing the game, all of them. Let me see if there are any other questions I can ask you.
Okay, then if I won't be streaming just right the game. I'll just make the sound of the recorded video in the background just a bit louder, from just be not going louder than our voices, so you can hear us now, but at least you'll just see the sound of the gameplay too.
Mm-hmm. There is a question about the sources of inspiration and particularly about Dying Light. If we had some inspiration from this game.
You see, Dying Light was among the games which we tried when we were figuring out the parkour system, when we wanted to know what parkour would be best for Beast Tower in terms of humans, of course, raiders. And we checked, I believe, quite many games. So games like, of course, my favorite Prince of Persia, Warrior Within, Assassin's Creed, parts like Assassin's Creed Unity and Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which we were really heavily relying on. Then we looked at Mirror's Edge, of course, and yeah, Dying Light. Dying Light is one of the most famous parkour games on the market, although it's not a really good reference for us because it's first person and we are third person, and that's, really makes difference. Because, in terms of controls, in terms of moves, in terms of how player interacts with the surroundings. But you see, according to the Dying Light, we really liked this idea of, some kind of bridges which are on the great height, connected some buildings. I believe that in case of Dying Light, they have some, this building machines like elevators and something like that, in order to have this, passes organized between buildings and skyscrapers, something like that. So we checked this game, but you see the problem is that first-person parkour games are really different from third-person games. That's why I can't tell that Dying Light is our main source of inspiration in terms of parkour system. Yeah, it had some impact, of course, but it wasn't our foundation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, let us know if you can hear us and see us okay, because we have made some changes. I mean, right now we're streaming not the game, but the video.
Yeah.
Let us know if the quality of the stream improved. That's very important for us. Let me see. Yeah, just like I've said, our English-speaking streamers cannot find a game still, but all the rest, like Russian community and European one, is okay playing the game.
Yeah, but because, as I know, we're currently using Nordic servers, which are located in some north part of Europe. That's why it may be easier for people from the locations which you noted to connect, and for American guys, it may be a bit tougher thing to do. So, guys, sorry, it's just the things that we are checking right now and figuring out how things work, and that's why I apologize that some may work not as smooth as you would plan. Okay, Alexander, you are still searching the game or in the game?
I'm still searching.
Okay.
By the way, if you have played the game already, go ahead and fill out our survey. because we need to know your opinion. I mean, yeah, there are technical issues, but in terms of gameplay, it's very important for us to figure out if it's working as intended, if you like it or if you don't like it, and if you don't like it, what exactly, and how can we improve it. So you can find the link to the survey in the game. You can just open the game and see this the bottom feedback, share feedback. Press it, and there will be very short survey on Google Forms. It will take you, I mean, not 5 seconds, but 5 minutes in order to fill. And yeah, it will be very, very important for us to get your feedback. Of course, I see there are a lot of you on our Discord chat. There are a lot of people, new people, and regulars who are discussing the game and trying to figure out what are the best strategies for it. I see one of the questions. Does Beast gain any power from leveling up? Does he become stronger? Does he unlock new abilities? How does this thing work?
Okay, so the situation is the following one. As a raider, you level up and you get your abilities upgraded, and you unlock new skills and get new additions to these skills, what you can do with your jumps, with your shots, with your shields. Beasts are different type of characters, and we do try our best to have them separated and contrast in terms of gameplay. That's why beasts have all the abilities available from the early beginning, right? And so from the start of the game, they can easily chase raiders and try to kill them and use all the abilities to the max. But opposite to raiders, when they level up, they increase their HP amount and they increase their damage which they deal with their poke hits, becoming more and more dangerous closer to the end of the game. So this is the kind of a thing which we wanted to balance out together, that raiders rely more on abilities while beasts rely on more skills in terms of chasing, of hunting, and as soon as you are a good hunter and can chase efficiently, you can easier kill your targets just by the fact that beasts are stronger.
Yeah, I was just watching one of the guys playing the game, and somehow he managed to at the same time both escape and die, and even to like I've just sent you.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Well, that may be just the situation that to the very end of the game, there may be currently such a problem that by the very end of the game, when you remain the last survivor, but still get hit by something, just for example, you shot your opponent and his projectile hit you just a second after he or she died, and you die too, but already you won, but just died after that, the system get a bit confused and give you both things. We'll fix it later and just make that as long as you remain the winner, anyway, you just get some kind of invincibility and nothing can kill you. Something like that. Well, the example which Alex just gave is a bit the trickier one, but honestly speaking, it's just a problem of the same field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was just like a person captured the last key, and he was in the zone.
Oh, yeah. That's the
At the
thing
same-
how it works. Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah. Let me see if we have any other questions. Let me see. So guys, let us know if we are heard all right, if everything is okay.
Alex, did we
So-
manage to solve the problem with legs?
As far as I can see, yes.
Okay, then we'll do this way. So I'll be just playing the game for the sake of just joining the matches, but I just won't be screen sharing it because you can just see the pre-recorded video, or you can join some streams of our colleagues who are just helping us out with showing the game on their Twitch channel, on their YouTubes. Well, but we are here just for the sake of answering your questions and just providing you the information about different parts of the games which you may be interested in.
Oh, by the way, good news. Our American friend has managed to connect.
Yeah.
But there is an issue, with the ping, because he has like almost 300.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, the problem is that, currently we have, according to our server plan, only the locations covered which I mentioned at the beginning, and you can't be always 100% sure that this type of European server would work the same well even for two cities in the USA which are not far from one another. Actually, it's a kind of a server magic which you can't sometimes figure out at the beginning. You need only testing it. That's the thing. Unfortunately, it works this way. Well, but I believe we would solve this issue just in the future by either... There are several solutions which are kind of a bit complex in terms of how to explain them without using lots of technical terms, but just believe me, it's all things which we can handle. Well, we'll do it a bit later. Well, I believe that after the playtest, Alex would just contact all the streamers, and those who had some issues would tell what kind of issues they had, and this would be a really valuable feedback from our team in terms of how to improve the netcode and to improve the networking.
Yeah, by the way, I'm still in the search for a game.
Me too, because I think that that guys, well, it's just a kind of random and just luck nowadays. Now, because not very much people are playing currently, and not very many people. That's why just you need to wait and get into the spot of a free place. Because we would be happy to invite the maximum amount of people to our server could just handle, but it's not working like that really right now, because it's our first demo, first time we're just showing the game to the open audience.
So yeah, on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Steam, in the chat, I see that Martin Binks, if I'm not butchering your name, says that he has already played 3 games so far.
Cool.
And he is in United States, East Coast.
East Coast. Okay, I got it. So East Coast. What city?
I mean, it's not a city, but I mean,
I understand, but did
New
he
York...
manage to, or I'm sorry, she managed to mention the city?
No, just the coast.
Okay.
It's
around. I also just managed to get into the game. So guys, as according to Alex's advice, I won't be streaming it right now, just not to spoil the quality. And okay, let's see how it work out. Oh,
is it working okay?
Yeah, it's working pretty fine. I mean, I have a nice ping. I have nice FPS. Yeah. But you see, it's first time I got into the game at the very beginning. All the beasts were taken. Only raiders left. Before that, people would just choose raiders in my previous games rather than beasts. And it's, sometimes we get asked, is it okay that beasts are stronger than raiders? And our answer is yes, because otherwise, if we have them very same to raiders, why raiders should be escaping in most cases if they just can kill a beast? And this would be spoiling the whole idea of parkour chases, because you have a huge map with great verticality, with lots of levels and locations and so on and so after, and you need to run through them because you are chased by an opponent who is far stronger than you are. That makes the sense of choosing the escape strategy.
I'm trying to connect. Who are you playing as, Anton?
As I've already played all the characters at least once, this time I just chose Zealous. Because Zealous, as I've said, is less complex. That's why I can play and still keep an eye on the questions which Alex tells me, and just being focused on two things at the same time is easier with Zealous rather than Yudoku. Honestly speaking, I wanted to choose a beast this time, but there was just no free beast at that time, as they all were taken by other players. So guys, I just need to say that we would be holding this stream and actually this playtest for 1 more hour.
Yes.
Yes, that's why if you want to join, just please, I understand that there may be a queue, but try to just not leave, and take in account that a game in Beast Tower lasts around 15 minutes. You are likely to get at least into one match more today. That's why just please don't leave and try to connect. Because as soon as one match would end, there would be a spare room for you to join.
I look for new channels who stream our game, and sometimes I run across the issue we have is that sometimes beasts respawn at the same place they die.
We have this kind of a bug. I can't say that it's kind of game breaking, but it's just not really according to the design, because beasts should be respawned at the special points on the map, which are called tars. So there are special statues which you can find at the corners of the map with some of kind of a glowing earth near them, with this kind of a strange and mystical symbols written on them in fire, and beasts appear usually there. Yes, but don't worry about that much, because it's not breaking the game. It's a kind of thing which would be implemented by us a bit later, and we'll just figure out how everything should be done. I believe that already maybe in the current build of the game, because what you're playing right now is the state of the game for around maybe, well, according to the date, it's noted as the 9th of June, but honestly speaking, it's maybe a month before. In May, we made the build, which was stable and which was working pretty nice for the, to be presented at Steam Next Fest. And that's why current build is, of course, it's a kind of a working thing, and we are not ready to post it or give you it a try, because there are some issues which we need to solve before making it public. But you see, generally speaking, already now, I believe we figured out this problem with players and beasts and raiders, it doesn't matter, to be spawned in the wrong places. I believe we already fix it.
You know, another funny thing, I noticed that some beasts that are like proactively trying to break vault objects in order to prevent raiders from using them.
The point is, guys, that all these destroyable and collectible things, they're subject to being respawned. So we have a kind of a preset, a number of places where this or that object can appear. And it just is a matter of random where this item would appear next time. That's why you can, of course, destroy the things, but try to do it in a tactic way, meaning that if you're seeing that you would be chasing a raider right now and he or she can use this vault objects in order to escape you, you of course are free to, it makes sense to break it, right? And if it's a kind of, just for the sake of fun, well, it's up to you. But it just taking account that Beast Tower is a multiplayer game where you should be trying to be as efficient as possible in order to win over other players. I would say that it may be some kind of a waste of time just to break the vault objects without any purpose.
Oh, I managed to connect to a game.
Whoa,
Hooray.
cool, nice.
Hooray. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying not to pick the character. I mean, I will play whatever is left because I'm okay with playing any character. It's up to our players, our testers to choose, and I will play just what remains, what characters are vacant. Yeah, it looks like nobody picked beasts. I mean, there was a vacant spot, a place for beasts, and that's why I got this character.
Yeah, sometimes we also get asked such, I believe, really important questions, but somehow it already works out nice in our case that if we are sure that everyone would be happy with this, splitting of the gameplays, that means that only 5 raiders and 3 beasts, that people would be frustrated by the fact that they can't pick up the character they like. Well, honestly speaking, somehow I don't remember almost any situation when people were disappointed with the fact that they didn't manage to choose the type of the gameplay, I mean raider or beast, they wanted. I believe, Alex, it's never almost happened during even our team play tests.
Oh, did you see something?
Yeah,
Or did you ask me something?
yeah, I ask you if you do remember if we had a problem when during the playtest somebody was disappointed with the fact that he or she couldn't choose the type of character he or she really wanted.
I mean, they can choose. I mean, choose the.
That somebody was disappointed that all the raiders were taken, that all the beasts were taken. As far as I remember, there was none a problem like that. So every time you wanted to play a raider or beast, almost in all our testing groups, people managed to choose because 3 beasts and 5 raiders are quite a sum. That it's really hard to get into a situation when you wanted to choose this character and you couldn't, because we don't have any limits of having the same chars in one game. So actually, first of all, because you see we have beasts as werewolves, and people can choose a werewolf even if already another person has taken a werewolf. Well, because we have only one character beast available. But in terms of raiders, it's the same thing. They can be all characters, all the players playing Zealous, or all the players playing Yudoku, and we are fine with that. It doesn't contradict with our rules. Although we of course want to introduce more raiders and more beasts, and they won't be just the reskins, but they would be the new characters with their own abilities, whereas their own gameplay. So that's our plan currently.
So, guys, again, if you have anything worth mentioning, if you have played the game already, go ahead and fill out the survey. You can find the link in the game itself. You just have to launch the game, not even the match, but the main menu, and click on the link, share feedback in order to open Google Forms. Yeah, it will very much help us, because I see there are people on our Discord channel, Discord server, expressing their feedback and suggesting things, but it just would be a very handy thing, and nothing will get lost if you fill out the survey. This is the most.
Yes, guys,
This is the best way.
I totally understand that filling in servers is the very last thing anyone likes to do or wishes to spend his or her time with doing these things. But believe us, having your answers to the questions which are really important for the development of the project, and all these questions are already presented in the survey, it's very important for us. So please take your time and just, there are about, I believe, 10 simple questions, which most of them are with the variant of choice from many. So it would be just a couple of minutes of your time, and it just would help us out drastically in terms of understanding what we should choose and what actually should we prioritize in terms of our next development cycle. Alex, I think that I can't hear you right now.
Yeah, now you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was saying that now I'm playing as a beast, and there are 3 raiders I'm chasing right now.
At the same
3.
time?
I mean, it used to be 2, now it's 3, yeah. And at this point, you cannot understand who is the hunter and who is the prey. Yeah, it's pretty interesting situation to have.
Yeah, actually, you see sometimes in Beast Tower you can start as a prey and then turn into hunter, and they reverse if you just make some mistakes and take up the decisions which would leave you without HP and open for the enemy to attack. There are situations when raiders could not really kill beasts, but somehow fight them off, meaning that they would, lower down the HP by systematically shooting them from a distance, so forcing the beast to abandon the chase. Because beasts have a bit different mechanics of healing rather than raiders. Raiders do heal every time they collect any arcana. I mean, the small ones, the big ones, and so on and so after. And beasts, they have such a thing that if they don't get hit for some time, they start regenerating quickly. But if they would be hit during the regeneration process, or while this cooldown of regeneration starts still going, it just would reset. That's why if you force the beast to run away in order to restore HP, you can be sure that you have won quite a time before the monster heals it once and be ready to chase you once more.
Are you still playing the game?
Me too. I'm already... Okay, we're already in Beast Tower phase.
Oh. So yeah, we are in different matches right now because in my match, Beast Tower hasn't started yet.
Yeah, but I'm in Beast Tower and Beast is already after me.
I mean, you're playing Beast Tower, the face is Beast Hour, and the Beast is after you.
Yeah.
Triple Beast.
Triple Beast, right. And actually we do have in the Haunted Cities that kind of a triple beast, if you might call this thing that. We have, this famous creature of Greek mythology called Cerberus or Cerberus. I'm not sure how it's pronounced right in Greek. Remember this hellhound who is guarding the entrance and exit from the world of the dead. This land of the dead called Aid. If I'm not mistaken.
I mean, Hades.
Hades, right. Hades, right. And this is a three-headed monster, so a giant hound with three heads, and we have him as a statue and so-called guardian of one of the districts in Beast Tower, the fire district. So actually the whole statue is burning with flames, as do as the structures around it. So that's why we do call this place a fire district.
Yeah, or a burning district.
Or a burning one, right. Or once I remember we have a very cool idea of calling it an ever-burning district because due to some anomaly, it's burning all the time and somehow the buildings, they can't be restored, but they don't fall to the ground and just burn with non-stop.
Yeah, that's probably because of the keeper of this place. Have you mentioned him in your speech?
I think that it's first time we mentioned Keeper in our current stream, so if you just... okay, so I think I maybe say a few words. So in the game, the Keeper is the mystic voice which who tells you that the keys are respawned, that Beast Tower has started, that somebody has become an alpha. So it's a kind of, bodiless spirit who is in charge of this cursed place. I mean, he is a kind of a master of this city and can do whatever he wants with the time, the space, and everything possible. Just being in complete control of this cursed town. But you see, he somehow is a mad one, and that's why some things which may happen may be not really understandable for a person with a really common sense. For example, for some reason, he decided that this dictionary should be always burning, but never burn to the ground, and and why the keeper decided so. You may find out if you play Beast Tower for some time, because we have in the future plans of introducing a kind of, system where you'll be finding some notes, some hints, which would tell you what's really going on in the cursed city, in the haunted city, and why this or that character is doing this or that things. And I believe you will like it because it would be a Souls-like approach to giving the players the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so that's why I think that you'll like what you learn after you spend the time of unlocking all this type of story pieces in order to collect them together into one complex puzzle.
Yes, because you see, we spent a lot of time really figuring out what are the origin of each character is, what are the story behind this place, behind almost every piece of environment in the game. So you can be sure that if there is something you want to know about Beast Hour lore, about this Beast Hour world, we have the answer, or we will answer all of your questions in due time. Yes, so just keep an eye on our materials, and in the game itself we will post make additions about the lore of Beast Hour.
Okay, I just finished, I believe, my maybe fourth game already. And as soon as we have around maybe 40-45 minutes left, when you can just still play the game, because after that we'll have to turn off the servers, and unfortunately all the games will be running at that time would be stopped. Sorry for that, but just it works like that, because we can't, the longer we stay, if we wait for every game to end and at that time try to stop the server, it would be likely that some game would still be running at that time, or being in a term on the character selection screen will be choosing players at the same time. That's why we decided such a kind of a tough for us decision that we just would close the server and everything would be stopped. Well, fortunately, it works this way, so just join us, follow us on social media, subscribe to our news, to our channels, and believe us, the more media coverage we will be getting at the game, the more players will be coming to players. So it will be much easier for you to find a game, and it will be much easier for us to, build better infrastructure and just making the project more and more financially successful would let us to give more interesting features, to be more fast with bug solving, and so on and so after. Okay, Alex, could you just quickly check how our broadcasts are working, if the solution you suggested with just running the recorded video while we're actually playing works fine?
Okay, give me one moment.
Sure.
And I will check it. As far as I can see, everything is working fine. Yeah, and I see even there are more people watching us than before.
Whoa, thank you guys.
So I see a comment on Twitch saying that the person has played one game and left us feedback on Discord. That's very nice of you. If you have the time, please fill out the survey you can find in the game on the main screen. On the main menu. It would help us a lot, because there we ask some specific questions, and your answers to that questions will help us immensely. So thank you for the Discord feedback. But
yeah,
if you have the time,
I just browsing from my phone the Discord, and I see just tons of messages. Honestly speaking, guys, it's so cool that you just right there. Thank you very much, and please keep writing. We will do best to read everything, and we will try to answer just all the questions which you have. Maybe I can't say that it would be just done for sure, but I have an idea in mind which I just want to share with Alex, because he's in charge of all the community management of Beast Tower, that maybe we'll just maybe a separate stream or a separate somehow post or something like that. I don't know what format it would be nice, where we would be answering the most common questions which you asked us today, because of course we understand it's first time you get your hands on the game, and you may don't understand something, you may have some ideas, you may have some maybe critics, which is also really important for us, and you will be waiting for the answer. It may be just not an easy thing to answer just everything in Discord, for example, but it would make sense to make this kind of your QA where we will answer questions which would be most common ones. I mean, just in order to avoid the situation which we need to repeat things over and over again, and you'll be just getting bored with reading the same answers in our social media.
Mm-hmm. Guys, if you hear us, if you not in the game right now, please join. If you are in the main menu and you cannot find the game, then please keep on pressing play, and you will find it eventually.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
a matter of time.
Yeah, just it would take some time of yours because, as I've said, we have quite people already right now playing the game, but you just need to wait where there's some game would be over and you'll be able to join the new pack of players which being gathered together to enter the new match. That's how things works right now. Whoa, so many questions, so many. I'm still scrolling the Discord and still questions appearing. Well, that's crazy, guys. I really appreciate your support.
Yeah, some people say that the game is very intense and it's very engaging and so fun. Others find, bugs and not bugs, but I mean the connection issues and say like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I should wait a bit for this game to play it. So yeah, there are a number of opinions here. Are you in the game right now?
I'm just my game was just over about maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Maybe.
And you are now.
And now I'm just after you just asked me at the time when I got into a new game.
Oh, good
Yes.
for you.
And again, all the beasts are taken. That's why I'll just play a raider this time.
Yeah, I'm still searching for one. Guys, only half an hour left. It will probably so you'll probably have time for one or maybe 1.5 match more. You can join because next time we haven't announced where our next playtest will take place, but it will take us a few weeks at least, I believe.
Sure, yeah, because first of all, we'll need to gather the feedback which you will be playing right now. We'll have to analyze it just to prioritize the problems which are put in front of us with this feedback, and we'll need to work hard in order to solve all these things before we launch the game again and make a kind of, I don't know how it would be organized, honestly, whether it would be some event like the Steam Fest in which we're participating right now, or it would be some just our personal event without no dedication to any platform or any dates or something like that. But I believe that we will try to just we're already at the point of the development when we are not afraid to show you the game. We are not ashamed of what we do have right now. Yes, we have some things which need to be improved, things which should be maybe fixed in some way, but still the whole game loop is working nice, and we like how it works, how it's what kind of response it finds among players. Yes. That's why, but you see, we are still can't afford right now to run the game for 24/7, and we need just to limit the amount of hours and dates where you can play. So, as Alex said, please take your time and play now, or if you just joined, just try
No,
to.
no, don't take your time. Just go ahead and play right now.
Yeah.
Because-
That would be more right way to say the thing, because just I mean, you should use the time which is left in order to give the game a try.
Yes.
So even if
Yes.
you came right now, don't think that you won't have the opportunity to join. The average time of the game in Beastow is around 15 minutes. That means that the left half an hour would give you a chance of at least one game to play, even if you will have to wait for 5 or maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah. That's the thing. Let me see if we have more questions.
Yes. So I really want to thank Alex for just keeping an eye on all the charts, and I believe there are around of maybe 4 or even 5 of them at the same time. So Alex, you just rock by having the ability to have so many eyes. It's not even like the 4-eyed raven from Game of Thrones, but some other superpower creature with more eyes than he is.
Yeah, but I have glasses, so it's easier for me
Okay.
with an additional pair of eyes.
Well, actually, I'm wearing glasses myself, but I don't own this superpower of yours.
Well, too bad. Maybe I will be able to teach you this. Yeah. And also I noticed that a lot of people who played one game couldn't figure out something, and they decided to watch our tutorial, and only that they would be able to play more, like with an idea of what to do, because for some reason many people got lost in the first game, like what to do, what to collect. Should I kill everyone, or should I complete quests? There are so many options, so people got a bit overloaded, I should say.
Yeah, I will understand that the game is, kind of a complex thing. That's why it takes time to get used to everything and to learn everything. And then the next step just to become, the person who can manipulate the game mechanics and use them to the most efficient way. So, yes, that's why we made a special post today in social media where we just advised the suggested people watching our tutorial, because we especially made it just to clear up everything, at least in general terms, without not getting in some really details, or maybe some questions would be important for those who've been playing the game for a very long time already. But you see, guys, yes, tutorials are really nice, and I am the person who finishes every tutorial in every game I need to play, because I just want to understand what's going on. I want to understand what devs have made as a kind of task for me, and how this task can be performed in the most efficient way and with getting the most rewards possible. Yeah, but you see, that's why we just posted, and just in our lobby there is a special notifications 2 times about the necessity to watch the tutorial. Of course, we understand that current tutorial is just a quite simple one, where you just have short videos on YouTube list, and you can watch them, and you can make just understand what's happening in Beastow, what you should be doing. But still, I strongly recommend these short videos to any player who wants to try Beast Tower, because it just will help you understand how the game should be played and what mistakes you should be avoiding. That's the thing. Of course, in some future time, when we are just 100% sure that everything is done, that UI should not be the subject to change, and that all the abilities we wanted to give the players are already given. We'll just possibly think about creating the classic tutorial, which would be, with a story driven, where by going through this village, you just learn some skills for the first time.
Yeah, I'm watching a stream right now, and 3 beasts united against 1 raider, and they can't catch him. Oh, they eventually did catch him, but it was a long chase. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, in Beast Tower, we always tried our best and still are, tuning up things to avoid the situation when somebody get tunneled or chased by several opponents at once. Although that might happen, but in case of the situation Alex described, usually it happens so that the raider just makes a quick move and becomes, unnoticeable by behind the wall or in the underground for some short period of time. And as all the beasts are already together and they know that they are rivals, they just abandon the chase and start fighting one another. Actually, it's very funny mechanics in Beast Tower when you can use your opponents as your weapons. I mean, it's not a kind of a button which you press, it's a kind of a pattern of the player's behavior which we have observed thousands of times when people were testing Beast Tower. So what I mean that you can, for example, force the beast to chase you. I mean, just to tease him with throwing projectiles or running far away, and the beast start chasing you, but on quite a safe distance. So before the distance becomes a critical one, usually you can just run and find another raider who is doing some quests, and then run past by this raider, and this way leading the boss to the opponent. That really works in Beast Tower because I've done it several times. When you are being chased by a werewolf, you find another raider, and as soon as the beast gets closer to this raider who is not really understanding what's going on because he had too little time to understand, actually can get some easy kills.
Yeah, also I just noticed that not a lot of people actually figure out that they can press left mouse button as a beast in order to get this dash ability.
You mean the you mean the ability which lets the beast to jump over huge distances, or the special hit which deals bleeding?
The second,
Okay.
second one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not sure that. Well, there is some notification in the UI of the beast's abilities. So it's stated as hold this button. So it's really simple, guys. So you have just simple hits which you deal in a row by just spamming your left mouse button. But also you can use a special charged attack which would take you time to prepare and then to release. And this is the special attack of the beast where he jumps forward and dealing 2 powerful hits at the same time bleeding his opponent. So if the opponent won't find a kind of opportunity to stay away from the monster while he is or she is being under bleeding, he's likely to lose far more HP than from usual attacks because, actually all the dots and I mean damage over time mechanics, they are really somehow I would say that they're really ringing bee in the bonnet for all the opponents because each time you neglect the damage which hit you, each time you don't watch your HP perfectly, you're just likely to die out without even noticing.
Guys, we have very little time, so only half an hour, even less than that.
Yeah. So just if you haven't already tried to play Beast Tower, just use this time to get your hands on the game. I believe we have at least one game more that we can play with Alex. Yes, that's why just just try out, download the demo and press play and repress it in case you just get some maybe technical issue. But we will do our best to solve them all. So please don't be shy. Send us the bug report according to the Google Forms which we use for these questionnaires. And also, if you don't want to fill the form, although we would really appreciate if you do it, really appreciate it, just drop us a message in our social media or just write in the comments to these streams. We will be all checking out everything this because it's really important for us how you take the game which we've been developing for quite a time already.
I see the opinion in the chat of our Discord that beasts are a little bit overpowered.
Yeah, we have already, I believe, mentioned this thing, but guys, they must be overpowered so that you won't try every time killing them. That you'll understand that it's necessary to escape these things, and that would lead you to the funniest aspect of Beast Tower, the vertical parkour chases. That's the thing which I personally really like far more than anything else in Beast Tower.
Okay, I have found a game, and if I'm right, I look at the stream of one of our friends, and I'm in the same match as he is. That's very interesting. Also, people are asking if there are any ways to heal when you play as a raider.
Okay, so raiders always get healed every time they collect Arcana. It doesn't matter if it's small spark, if it's the exposed crystal, or the captured rift point. Each time you interact with Arcana, this or that way, you get healed. Secondly, and it would be the common mechanics for all the characters in the game, both Raiders and Beast, when you finished finishing, and after you finished some opponent, you'll get some part of your HP restored. That's how it works in terms of... And also for raiders, there are special keys which are used by the end of the game in order to escape the haunted city. And but these keys, as far as I know, they are done only from stainless metal.
Okay, let me see if we have more questions.
I'm sorry, Alex, I think that I got a bit confused with the last question was about, sorry.
It was about the ways for raiders to level up.
Yeah. Because
not to level up,
but
sorry,
to heal.
but
Yeah. So
to heal.
just to sum up, that we have the Arcana as the main source of heal for raiders. Secondly, we have these finishing moves which also heal you up. And secondly, there are the keys which you use in order to escape the map. Each time you collect the keys, you get 100% healed fully, and because it's a really tricky object to capture.
Are you in the game, or are you still?
I just died.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, because I have
just died
joined.
completely, I mean.
Sorry to hear this. Maybe you will have time for one more match. Who knows?
I don't know. We have 19 minutes left, and maybe one more match would be possible.
Yeah, it should be enough if you find.
But guys,
enough players.
again, I need to apologize in advance. But as soon 3 hours would be past this mark. Even if I myself and Alex would be in the game, we would need to just stop the servers, because it's how it works, and we unfortunately can't get over it. It's the restriction for the current playtest which we're running right now. Sorry for that.
Yeah, there is a very big fight in my match. Like I think everyone decided to join it. Like there are 8 people in total, and I believe there are almost like 5 or 6 people in this fight participating. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, if you want to play with Anton, just click play right now. And
Yeah, right now I'm just dropping messages with our technical team just to check actually how much time we have left, just not to get over any limits. Yes, we have around 18-20 minutes more.
Oh, Yudoku stole my kill.
My precious kill.
Yes. Oh, and she killed me as well. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's really, sad when you both lose your... Okay, I just got into the game. Whoa.
Yeah, maybe some of our viewers decided to join you. That's probably the...
I just think that, you see, guys, when we were figuring out the time where the playtest, the demo should be launched, at where in the 24 hours of a day to locate these 3 hours which would be more suitable for most people in all over the world, because Steam, I'm sorry, Steam is a kind of a worldwide platform, and you just can't rely on exact time zones. You just need to figure out what would be the most efficient and most suitable time for all the players. That's why we figured out that from 6 to 9 p.m. would be the time that usually most players at Sunday from 6 to 9 UTC would be online playing different PvP games. That's why we chose this time, I say. And you see, as far as I feel it, taking into account that how fast we can find games right now, that just more people joined us, or maybe just people started staying in the game and not just pressing the button better, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because people who are in the game right now, they know what they are doing. They, even if they are new to a game, they got their skills pretty, I mean, they learned what to do in this tower pretty fast, and now I'm not feeling like I'm playing against all new players. I'm feeling that it's pretty easy after a few matches to really
to
figure out what to do.
Yeah, that's true. According to our experience, you take around 4, maybe 5 games to get used to almost all the mechanics, and then you just start already playing the game with building your strategies, building your approaches, and so on and so after. That's how it works out. Okay, so currently I'm playing as a beast. Finally, I had an opportunity to choose this type of character, because all the previous games, believe me or not, people just rushing to playing beasts. as I felt it. And one more thing which I believe would be cool to talk about is that we do have this kind of evade or dodge mechanics, which is somehow similar to Souls-like games, where you roll, and during this roll you get some invincibility frames, invincibility time, whenever you like it. So you can't be killed, and it can be used even to avoid some projectiles which are exactly hitting you. So if as a raider, for example, or it's better to say as a beast, if a raider shoots at you and you just use your right mouse button, move in order to run exactly at that projectile, it will just pass through you because at that time you got, invincible, and you just ignore any type of things which we just, well, you're just supposed to, according to this game approximation, that you just dodge this move. I mean, dodge this damage. What happened, Alex?
Did you ask me something?
I mean that you start, I heard that you are laughing, and I thought that you got some interesting situation in the game.
Yeah, I mean, there is a certain bug in the game where you can basically look through walls. Your camera can be inside of an object, and you will be able to see like arcana and other points of interest on the game through walls. Yeah, there is that bug. So a person did find a place where it can be done. It's a very
yeah, I remember that we've had some issues with that before. But you see, it's just, it would be cool if somebody who found this problem would just send us a screenshot of the exact place where this bug was encountered, because it would be far easier for our level design team to fix it. Because the map is really huge one, and honestly speaking, we're really proud of our maps, that it's multi-level. It has a ground level, it has a low level of streets, it has sewers, catacombs, and also you can climb to the top of the rooftops to see the whole city from a great height, just being able to watch every piece of it. That's why if you say that, okay, I had a problem that I stuck in something, or I maybe couldn't move here, almost guys, if you don't send us a screenshot, it would be nearly impossible for us to figure it out where exactly it happened, because it's almost impossible to check every wall, to check every floor and every ceiling in Beast Tower if you don't understand what exactly the problem is. I mean, just if you know, of course, what the problem is, but you just need to check too many places in order to find where it represents. So that's why screenshots and maybe even videos would be really, really cool.
Yeah, so in my game, Beastart phase has just started, and there are only 2 beasts for some reason. Maybe one has already been killed. Yes. Maybe someone got disconnected. I'm not quite sure, but it just started. By the way, only 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
So I believe it's my last match for today. Not because I don't want to play more, but because we have this limitation.
I would also prefer to play a bit more, but unfortunately That's the
Harsh reality. Yeah.
well, yeah, but the problem is that it's just a kind of a thing which the tech team just several times they stressed that please don't play more than 3 hours. We don't have enough power to support for a longer time. Well, but you see, everything would be better next time when we understand and get the feedback. So that's why, guys, first of all, I want just once again to thank you for your time and for your feedback, and apologize for any inconveniences and any problems that you may face during our current playtest, our first open playtest of Beast Tower. And please, please send us your feedback in any form you like. Fill in the Google form, which is linked to the game lobby. Just you press feedback and you just give us the feedback easily. That would be just marvelous way of yours. So you can drop the message in our social media, especially in Discord. Discord is just a perfect place to discuss things like that. Or if you are just maybe watching us right now, you can drop a line into the chat of the broadcast platform which you are using, like Twitch, YouTube, or even Steam. Yes, on Steam, where on our page there is a broadcast, you can drop your question in this broadcast and we'll just have a look at them.
Not just have a look, but we'll try and do our best to answer all of these questions.
Of course.
Yeah. Just such a tough fight I have in my game.
Yeah, in my game, I'm just really behind the winning beast because I'm just level 5. And this guy is around 7, I believe, already.
I decided to, show some mercy to our players, and I didn't finish them off. I just started the execution and then canceled it 2 times in a row. Just so they could play a little bit more.
Guys,
Oh,
if you get hauled by the beast and you just got this sign the beast is after you and you see this red eye mark over your head, just keep in mind that if you get invisible, during this time by entering, for example, the mist, which you can find and hide there, the beast won't be able to see you. That's why if you are under the beast curse, you can try still to disappear using this escape mechanics, because beast can't see things which are invisible. So keep that in mind.
I'm the only beast in my game, by the way, and I have 3 other raiders to kill, and that's gonna be tough.
And we have 3 beasts and 5 raiders currently.
I mean, it's just beast our face.
Yes, it's our face, and I'm out of HP, and another beast is chasing me and really wants to kill me. I'm not that tasty. You should try raiders; they're far more better for your stomach.
Do you believe so?
5 minutes left, guys, and I
Only
think
5.
yes, it's the final countdown.
Oh my god, I got blind.
Yeah, actually with Yudoku's blind we worked we spent some time to figure out how to make this blind look really nice. So both it's works as a blind on the one hand, and still it's not a kind of a thing which just leaves you confused of what just happened and where you are and where you should go at least. That's why we finally then used the scheme of a kind of a special thick mist around the player, which helps you to see something. I mean, well, at several meters or a couple of meters in front of you, so you can feel that there is the wall or there is something else and blah blah blah. But you see, still the vision is really blocked. Also, guys, what I suggest doing, taking account that we have very little time, we would appreciate if you just the same thing in Discord or maybe in comments would drop us the ideas. What do you think? What raiders or what beasts would you like to see, or would you like to be added to Beast Tower? Just in the future. Maybe you like some monsters from classic science fictions like Mr. Hyde, or maybe you have some modern creatures from modern shows or modern movies or books which you believe to be suited in the Beast Tower universe. Just give freedom to your imagination.
I had the situation where, I played against two raiders, two Yudokus, and they teamed up against me. And now I realized they were, guys playing the game on Twitch.
Together?
Yes.
So they managed to get into the very same match.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, I believe that we have just around a couple of minutes left. So I believe we just being soon have to turn off the servers. That's why please drop us your questions, because in order to turn off the servers, we just need to have to stop for a second. Well, at least we just would have just to say some few words about the stream. So that's why if you do have any questions left, just drop us them, and we will be happy to answer them before we would turn off the both the service and the broadcast.
So I will put a message on Discord for people to fill out the survey forms. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so I believe we are just arrived at the end of the 3 hours. So it's 9 p.m. UTC currently. So the servers would be down in a couple of minutes. That's why, Alex, I believe we can say a few words for the players on the my side. Or so just taking account that it's been me who've been talking all the time during the stream, and you'll be just patiently looking for the questions and giving, your response to the chat. Just what would you say to our viewers, to our players, before we just conclude the current broadcast?
So, it's a pretty simple message for me that, thank you very much for coming, who took the time. And I know there was some technical issues, and we are more than ever aware of them, and we'll try to fix most of them, and probably all of them by the next stream and the next playtest. I do hope that you will come again and bring even your friends with you, so that more people can be enjoying the game, and we will go through all of your feedback, that's for sure. We'll do our best to fix most problems, and yeah, I believe the next playtest will be even better than this one. And it's the first playtest. Just like someone just said, Rome wasn't built in a day. The same goes for our game. The first playtest is just the beginning of a long journey. Please stick with us, play some more, and have a great time.
Yeah. So, and what I would like to add, so this is the thing which we didn't mention during our broadcast, but I think it's nice to say. So if you want to support us, there is a Patreon page where you can join and choose the tier which you like. There are lots of rewards which we think to be quite cool. So go and check once. But you see, in order to just help us out with the development, you can do a very easy thing with just following us on social media, liking, sharing, and commenting our posts. This would really help us to increase the player base, and so next time when we start the stream, it will be far easier